Diets just don't work. There's no way. Scientific study after scientific study proves that dieting is foolhardy. A big study out of the University of Minnesota where they looked at over 40 different studies, thousands of people, every kind of diet. And they said two conclusions. One, the only thing you ended up losing on a diet is actually lean muscle mass. And I'll tell you why that's so bad in a moment. And the 100% guarantee in the studies was that in the long run, you will gain weight. Hello, my name is Peter Greenlaw. I started the new health conversation movement, which I think we sorely need. It's a registered trademark U.S. Patent Office. The new health conversation, we're devoted to only one thing, to bring you real scientific evidence, not the stuff you hear in the mainstream media or on TikTok or Instagram or Facebook or YouTube. We only rely on science. None of it is our opinion. So let's delve into this just a little bit more. So maybe some of you think, of course you lose weight on a diet. Yes, you can lose on any diet out there. That's not the point. The point is, what kind of weight is it? And the medical studies say that the majority of the weight loss, whether it's keto, paleo, Mediterranean, Cornish, intermittent fasting, Jenny Craig, Weight Watchers, Nutrisystem, is lean muscle mass. And the reason that's so detrimental is your body does not run on calories. It doesn't even care about a calorie, but it cares about what's in the calorie. See, our food today is calorie dense and nutritionally bankrupt. And if you learn anything from this video today, it's going to be that, and why this is so different than anything else you're seeing, hearing about, etc. Because what I'm about to share with you is backed by the only 2 peer-reviewed human trials for weight loss in 40 years of research. Nobody else has their own. If analysis was done, it was done independently of those diet companies, but they weren't willing to subject themselves to these studies because the studies exposed them. So in these new peer-reviewed human trials were 80% women and 20% men, and no one was allowed to exercise. And yet, in 30 days, they lost as much weight as diets analyzed, plural, in a year. And the difference was, in this case, with these peer-reviewed studies, people, men and women, gained 6 to 9% lean muscle mass, and in 8 weeks, lowered visceral fat. That's the dangerous fat around your organs. You have outer layer fat called subcutaneous or adipose, and the underlying is called visceral. That was reduced by 33% in 8 weeks. In a month, they lowered blood pressure, blood sugar, cholesterol, triglycerides. They lowered inflammation by 24%. Insulin went down for some people by 41% in a month. No one's ever seen these kind of results before. The researchers were totally shocked. And I understand you're skeptical. That would be normal. If you weren't skeptical, I'd be really surprised. What we've done, there's a link below. It goes to our website. And at the website, you get to see the actual results of the peer-reviewed trials. You see an interview with Dr. Paul Arciero, arguably the world's greatest nutritional researcher for more than almost 40 years, I should say. And before and after pictures, you'll think we retouched them, or no. But just imagine, you could literally lose as much weight in 4 days as in 8 weeks of any diet you've ever been on, and it's safe weight loss. I think the biggest thing we face is ignorance and apathy. Not that people aren't smart, but where do they get access to this kind of knowledge or information unless they're a crazy researcher like myself? But the new health conversation is really helping lots and lots of people. And when you go to that website, okay, we're not there to convince you. We're not there to sell you. We're there to help you. And if it looks interesting, there's a little form, you can fill it out, and it will come back to us. We'll do a free, let me emphasize, free consultation with you. And the reason we need to do that is this is really different. It's complicated and it's different. And we don't know if you want to gain weight, lose weight. Do you have any medical challenges? So for me to just put out a simple overview is really challenging, but I'll do it anyway. So the protocol, which is called R2M protocol, stands for Race 2 Maintenance, is consisted of 2 different parts. The first part is what you're going to consume. So we supply you with the list of the foods used in these medical trials: proteins, fats, carbs, salad dressings, etc. Pretty long list of things. This is not restrictive. And then there are 5 ingredients or elements that literally come from all over the world. They come from Russia and China and Mongolia and Bangladesh, and even come from Tibet and the Himalayas, literally the side of the Himalayas, and also South America and New Zealand. And why is that necessary? Because our food in North America is becoming almost nutritionally bankrupt. We have lots of calories, but we have very little nutrition. And in case you didn't know, your body only runs on nutrition. That's why what happens When you lower the calories and you lower the nutrition, the body goes looking for nutrition. And where's the richest source of nutrition in our body? In our organs, in our brain, kidney, liver, heart, and our muscles. It literally converts our muscles into carbohydrates for energy, for fuel. But yet that's not enough. So what does the body have to do in response to not enough fuel? Slow down our metabolism. That's why you plateau on a diet. That's why you can go on a diet, lose 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 pounds. People do gastric bypass, they're gaining all their weight back. Because the only thing they lost was lean muscle mass. And in response, the body had to slow down metabolism. It's really that simple. So there's food from the grocery store, and there are these 5 elements literally come from all over the world, okay? But the second part is really important. Let's call it the recipe or the prescription, really, where we show you on a daily basis exactly a completely different way of eating. We give you the timing, we give you the portion sizes. It's all laid out. And those are called protein pacing days. Then on the what are called intermittent nutritional fasting days, not fasting, not intermittent fasting, intermittent nutritional fasting, you're consuming no food from the grocery store, and you're consuming 4 of the 5 elements that come from all over the world so that you can detox. See, the main reason to do this is not to lose weight. That's a throw-in. That's going to happen anyway. It's really the removal of herbicides and pesticides and chemicals from our body that we now know the body's storing inside that visceral fat. The reason that people lost 33% of the visceral fat, and obviously they couldn't exercise, was that this was allowing the body to remove the chemicals from the fat cells, and those fat cells literally melted away based on the analysis in the clinical studies, not my opinion. That's the 50,000-foot view of it and how and why it works so well. Again, I would encourage you, click on the link below, go there, see for yourself, and I promise you, if we're going to do a free consultation with it, we're not there to sell you. We're not there to convince you. We don't need to do that. We rely on science. I hope this has been helpful, and I encourage you to go to the link below for the website.